Right. I don't know who decided that every social media platform needs to become a battleground for politics, but I am sick of it. Instagram and Threads are supposed to be spaces for creativity, connection, and maybe the occasional meme, not a dumpster fire of lies, fake news, and obnoxious political rants. Let's get one thing straight. I hate politics. Not because I'm uninformed or uninterested in the world around me, but because 99.9% of what gets shoved in our faces is complete and utter garbage. It's not about solutions, it's about division. Politicians and so-called influencers spew half-truths, cherry-picked stats, and outright lies to push their agendas. And thanks to the algorithms, their nonsense spreads faster than any attempt at balanced discussion. And honestly, it makes absolutely no sense. Nobody wants to hear politics this, politics that, Boris this, Boris that, especially those of us who are just casually scrolling through Instagram or Threads. We're here to like posts from friends, check out funny reels, and maybe get inspired. Not wade through yet another endless argument about policies, conspiracies, or whatever nonsense is trending that day. According to this article, Threads and Instagram users will no longer be able to opt out of being shown political content from people they do not follow. So now, not only are we stuck with unwanted political posts, but Meta's forcing us into a corner. According to Meta, this is part of their reorientation towards free expression. But the fact is, this is far from expression. It's more like forcing political noise down your throat, whether you like it or want it or not. And while users can choose between the settings of less, standard, or more political posts, I'm definitely clicking less. That's about as much as I can take. Let's talk about the mental health impact of this political garbage. Studies have already shown that social media can negatively affect mental health, especially for young people. So, why are platforms like Instagram and Threads adding to the problem by showing divisive and stressful content, shoving divisive and stressful content down our throats? This endless political noise is increasing rates of depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and even more severe issues among young users. Imagine being a teenager, already stressed about school, relationships, and your future, and then being blasted with headlines about economic collapse, wars, and corrupt politicians every time you open Instagram. It's overwhelming and downright unfair. So, here's my question. Why is this being pushed onto users? Who benefits from forcing this content into spaces where people just want to relax and enjoy themselves? Because it's certainly not the users, especially young people who are being disproportionately affected. And while we're at it, here's another question. Are Meta going to do something about the hacking problem that's on the rise? Instead of forcing unwanted political posts onto users, maybe put that energy into improving platform security. Every day, more and more accounts are getting hacked, and people are losing access to their personal memories, connections, and creative work. Isn't that a bigger priority than flooding us with garbage? Flooding us with garbage we didn't ask for. Let's talk about the algorithm problem. These platforms are designed to keep you scrolling, but they don't care what keeps you hooked. Controversial content, perfect. Heated debates, even better. But what they don't realise is the constant flood of politics is exhausting. It's like being trapped at a family dinner where everyone has a different opinion and nobody can let it go. It's not just exhausting, it's divisive. When you're constantly blasted with biased content, it's easy to feel like the world is split into two extremes. The middle ground, nuanced takes, those are buried under sensationalist headlines and clickbait posts designed to fuel outrage. And for what? A few more clicks? A few more comments? Here's another thing that really bothers me. The audience disconnect. These platforms have millions of young users, people who they are there to relax, enjoy their time, and maybe learn something new in a fun way. Who in their right mind thought it was a good idea to shove politics into their feeds? Do you honestly think a 16-year-old scrolling through memes cares about the latest political scandal? Spoiler alert, they don't. They're there for their friends' posts, some trending dances, and maybe a cute dog video. And the content itself, let's be honest, it's not even educational most of the time. It's propaganda. It's people twisting facts to fit their narrative, spreading lies, and creating echo chambers. The worst part? Some of these posts are shared and reshared without anyone questioning their accuracy. By the time anyone fact checks, the damage is already done. If these platforms want to stay relevant, they need to focus on why people join them in the first place. Creativity, connection, and entertainment. Not doom scrolling through arguments in the comment section or watching people tear each other apart over political hot takes. And to everyone out there who feels the need to constantly post about politics, take a moment to think. Are you really contributing to the conversation, or are you just adding more noise? Because trust me, the rest of us would much rather see your brunch photo than read another rant about Boris. Finally, to Instagram and Threads. Listen up. If you keep prioritizing divisive political content, you're going to drive people away. Keep politics out of my feed, out of my reels, and out of my scrolling time. Let me scroll in peace. This is Delta's Rage 97, signing off. Peace.